Hey, what's up guys, this is Harry Dell coming at you with another video here on Boxing Chat. Alright, so Chris Algieri versus Keith Thurman. Is this the next mega fight in boxing? Is this the next big superstar, huge bright lights marquee fight between two American stars? And I say American stars because one of those fighters this year has an opportunity to become a star. And that's Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri, as we all know, is facing Pacquiao in November. And if he beats Pacquiao, okay, I'm not saying he gets the W, I'm not saying he gets the decision, I'm saying if he beats Pacquiao, if he beats Pacquiao up, if he dominates him, if he annihilates Pacquiao, okay, if he convincingly wins that fight, he becomes a superstar overnight, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I'm not talking about Algieri getting a win the way Bradley got a win, because we all know what happened to Bradley. Everybody rejected him, everybody exiled him, and nobody cared about Bradley. Algieri has the opportunity to beat Pacquiao to the way Pacquiao beat De La Hoya, which made Pacquiao an even bigger national star than what he already was, international star, a worldwide icon. Algieri has that chance. Now, whether he will pull it off, that remains to be seen, but we will see. He has that chance. Now, on the other side, we got Keith Thurman, who doesn't get the best fights. He doesn't get the big fights. Let me rephrase that. He doesn't get the big fights against the big names within the top 10 of the welterweight division. But with that being said, he has an opportunity to fight Mayweather next year. Now, there's been whispers of Thurman being Mayweather's last opponent on the Showtime contract, and I feel that that could be a possibility. He could also possibly fight him in May. If Mayweather is to fight in May next year, he could probably fight Thurman in May. And the reason for this is because Heyman needs a star for the next several years, because he knows Mayweather's time is coming to an end and his career is, closing. So Heyman needs a star for the next 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And the way Heyman can get a star quickly, because we all know Heyman has an opportunity to make stars over time, but Heyman doesn't want to wait for the next 2, 3, 4 years to finally start getting one of his fighters a lot of momentum to where he's on the mainstream TV, on the big wide audience where everybody knows who he is and all that stuff. Heyman doesn't want to take 4 or 5 years of that for it to happen. He wants to do it right away, and the fastest way to make a star overnight is by having your young gun beating someone like Mayweather. And I believe Heyman will make that fight happen. Now, let's say Thurman beats Mayweather. Let's say they make the fight happens, Thurman beats Mayweather. We all can't we can't deny that he will be a star. I mean, that's a done deal. By beating Mayweather, you're a superstar. Seriously. Now, where does that lead us? You got Chris Algieri, Keith Thurman, two marketable guys. They got the looks, they got the persona, they got the likability, they got the boxing style. They have it all. Okay, they have the potential. And by taking these opportunities, let's, for example, Algieri beats Pacquiao and Thurman beats Mayweather, that's going to be like the cherry on top. And that's going to make these guys like on the main big stage to a showdown eventually down the road. I feel Algieri will, I can predict right now that if Algieri beats Pacquiao in November, immediately he's going to fight Juan Marquez, because Marquez, he wants that 5th world title, he wants that 5th division world title, and he doesn't want to fight Pacquiao and doesn't want to fight Mayweather. And I don't think he wants to fight Brook. even though I think he beats Brook. But anyways, that's a different topic. You know, Marquez would go and fight Algieri, and Algieri would outbox the shit out of Marquez. That's my opinion, and I would break it down for you, but this video is not about that right now. I'm just saying Algieri will then immediately fight Marquez. Algieri beats Marquez. He's an even bigger star. By Thurman beating Mayweather, that alone makes him a huge star. So I mean, you're talking about these two guys who can be on that spotlight to that level where De La Hoya was at one point in his career, where he was on, you know, late night shows and making cameos in this and music. He was even making music videos. He was attending, you know, Oscars. I mean, he was just what you call a mainstream star, similar to what, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard was back in his day. You know, that's what the American public craves for. A star that everybody knows, that everybody wants to know more about, and wants to see them fight in exciting fights. And these two guys have styles to where they make fights exciting. But let me know what you guys think. Is Algieri versus Thurman the next, you know, American-born mega fight between two fighters? You know, I feel like, you know, even if they weren't American, it would be a mega fight. But the reason why I emphasize on the word American and why I'm focusing on them being American-born fighters is because in boxing, you know, here in America, come on, do you really think it's ahead of Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL? Hell no. But when you got these two guys on the verge of becoming stars in the near future, you bet your ass boxing will be right on top. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. Until next time, see you later.